Okay, so it has been at least 6 weeks since I posted the last video. So I wanted to give you an update on how things can grow in 6 weeks. These are my beautiful irises. In 1984, I paid $5, which I thought was exorbitant, for one of them. Now they are everywhere. All throughout my neighborhood, all throughout my yard. All right, and here is this new strip that I have that I told you about. And the muhly grass is starting to come back. I have tucked in a few annuals here. Look at this rose. Isn't that beautiful? Already blooming. Some cosmos in here. This is an African iris, and it came back despite our harsh winter. This is another rose given to me by my friend, and it's just loaded with buds, as you can see. And keep going down here. Annuals. Look at that, how much that grew. And I don't remember what that is. It's either, I think it might be phlox. And I put in this catmint nepeta this year. This is V-Balm Minarda. This is a Rudbeckia, or black-eyed Susan, which is going to get huge. This is Gora, came back very nicely. It's a beautiful pale pink color. This is something that I'm real thrilled with. It is Alstroemeria. I did not know if it would come back. It's going to be yellow. These are 4 o'clocks. Never had them before. Very excited to see what they will look like. And for the 3rd time, I'm trying cardinal flower. I'm hoping that this excellent soil that I have here and the full sun will make it succeed. This is autumn sage, one of my favorites for blooming longevity. I have some Joe Pye weed back here, and you can just see, I mean, it is very late coming back. My muhly grass is back. My goldenrod, more irises. This is Baptisia, or false indigo, and look, it's just starting to come out. And I put a black-eyed Susan vine in here this year to climb this trellis. We'll see how that goes. All of my daylilies have fleshed out very nicely. This is a crinum bulb. These are balloon flowers that have reseeded every year. And of course, these are flag irises and Louisiana irises with some daylilies. And I'm gonna swing over here to this new bed that I told you about on the side of the house. Look, more irises. These are spare ones from that same one iris. This is larkspur. On the left, it's larkspur. I have never had success with it. I bought some plants this year. I'm hoping that it will reseed. This, again, is really good garden soil. And back here, I have a tree peony. This is a peony that will not die back all the way to the ground in the winter. And I put in this salvia. It's called Mystic Spires. A few annuals in here. And this is my native azalea just finishing its last hurrah. I put that in this spring, and it was just beautiful with neon orange blooms. I have mums coming in here nicely. And for the first time, I have hollyhocks. Mallow is the science name. and I'm excited about that. I put in a peony behind there and another peony over there. This is a limelight hydrangea. I'm very hopeful that it will come back nicely and bloom. And look at this. This is a clematis, and you can see that it has just loaded with blooms and buds. It's going to be spectacular. This is yarrow, yellow yarrow, and here is autumn sage. It's been in the ground for 4 years. I cut it back severely this winter, and it's doing great. These are going to be amaryllis bulbs. They bloom white with a pink throat. And I have daylilies behind that have come back, and up top I have some more amaryllis that is doing just great. All right, let's go to the backyard now. You can see the crepe myrtles I've trimmed. The only reason I trimmed these is because the tag on these crepe myrtles said that they would get between 12 to 15 feet. Well, as it turns out, they get 20 feet, and the leaves go in to our gutters, so I do cut them back, but it is crepe myrtle, and you shouldn't do it. These are some more irises that are blooming. I am an iris nut. I have 11 different varieties in my yard. And David Culp, who has a lovely garden in Pennsylvania, told me that you can have irises for about 6 months, and he is right if you plant it. This is another peony. This is the most it's ever bloomed, but it's only been in the ground 2 years. And here I have ghost ferns, which have been in the ground for many years, and they're doing really well. Maintenance free. And this is oxalis. I know a lot of people don't like oxalis. They feel like it's invasive. I love it because it covers nicely, makes a nice ground cover in the shade, and it blooms. Now, it will quit in the summer because it gets too hot here, but it comes back again in the fall and starts blooming its full head off again. All right, back here we have the mahonia that I showed you that had the blossoms on it the last time I filmed. And you can see that the blossoms have turned into drupes of berries, and the birds are getting ready to harvest them and go crazy. There's a peony loaded with buds. These are rooftop irises back in here, or Iris tectorum. I use them as ground cover a lot in my yard. I love the blooms. They tolerate dry shade. This is a Kusa dogwood that has leafed out fully. And I have some hellebores in here, along with some more Kusa dogwoods. Kusa iris, I'm sorry, Iris tectorum. And red oxalis. And I have a little drinking gourd hosta back there. I have bluebirds in the house. And here is more of the Iris tectorum that you can see where I've used it as a ground cover. My monkey grass, liripe, has filled in nicely. This is a weeping form Japanese maple that has come up nicely. These are a combination here. These are little lime hydrangeas. They should say about 3 feet tall. I have an amaryllis up there. This is mountain mint, which is good for pollinators. I have some tiger lilies coming up in here. These will reseed prolifically, but they're easy to pull up. You can keep them controlled pretty easily. And back here is my abelia that is coming back after I trimmed it back quite hard. You can see the tree that came down just outside of our lot. The best we could do was to cut the top of it off. The rest I'm going to leave as bird food. It's not obstructing the water or anything, and I just didn't, it's not my tree, so I'm gonna leave it. Look at these peonies again, just ready to open up. I'm so excited. I have them all over my yard because I like to cut them and bring them in. This is more Amelia. And when I cut a bunch of them, they make the whole kitchen light up with their wonderful aroma. This is peonies again with some carex. That's an autumn fern back there, my hostas. Look at this beautiful weeping form Japanese maple. Now in the summer, it won't be this red. It will lose some of its color because it is in the shade in the summer. I have Citrix, coral bells, or heuchera is the science name. This is an aloe. It's the only thing that's really, or an agave. It's the only thing that's really done well here in this soil. There's something wrong with it. There's more red oxalis, and you can see, I think it makes a lovely contrast. There is my Barris britches, or acanthus, and it's doing well. This is Spigelia, or Indian pinks, and it will have a lovely bloom that is red with yellow little blossoms coming out of the bell-shaped flowers. This is my jasmine, variegated. There's Nepeta again, or catmint. I tucked in some annuals with this hosta and another fern. I like things very, very full. Behind it is a guacamole hosta. This is parsley, and I planted it because it is a host plant for swallowtail butterflies. And look at this hosta. This is guacamole again, and it is just so happy here. And then behind here, I have an elephant ear, which is called Fantasia. And right now it's blooming red, but in the summer and in the heat, it will put out a fiery neon pink center that is just lovely. Got my bird bath cleaned out. And here is a common bloodgood Japanese maple. Took it a long time for it to feel like it was happy here. More hostas in here. In the back we have cathedral windows. I don't know what this one is. I got it years ago, years and years and years ago. And look at the Sum and Substance hosta. Huge, huge. And more guacamole hosta. And I have a maidenhair fern here. And did you see the wren just fly out of there? It's got a nest somewhere in there. And I put a little impatiens, white impatiens in there. I like white impatiens in the spring, in the shade, because it brightens up everything and makes it look just spectacular. And I'm going to stop this video right now and continue. It's gotten long enough, and I just wanted to give you an idea of what 6 weeks change can do in my yard. And here's another Japanese maple. I'm going to turn around this way so you can see the shade garden.